Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, amazing, spectacular Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only, Master Propaganda, hero of sight, defender of the fatherland, your Vox Populi, your only sanctioned source of comedy entertainment, all for you to glorious and spectacular 1v1 on Crossroads. And north it is the one, the only, Nicko, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Here, featuring Blitzkrieg, Lightning War, and Spearhead with double infantry Panzerfaust. Technically triple infantry, since really it's only Grenadiers at this point that have Panzerfaust. By the way, north here, forming up the 2nd Panzer Division in the south, it is Tonkatsu fighting for America, freedom, and democracy. Rolling out here with the glorious 1st Armored Division ready to kick some crowds' ass. And it's Airborne Company, Infantry, and Tactical Support here with double infantry and an anti-tank gun bulletin for slightly faster reload and slightly faster rotation. Double rifle side here for Tonkatsu, gunner the MD-42 there for Nicko. Moving west for the MD-42 crew, pioneers rushing straight for the fuel point here, digging in with the sandbags in case Tonkatsu launches an aggressive raid into the cemetery to get the fuel there. Then Nicko will be ready to withstand that assault. In the east rear, something up for the tank traps. Good work there. Going to escort meanwhile busy in the east, so spreading out a bit thinly. Bit risky versus the Americans, since 1-on-1 in terms of those engagements, they can quickly overwhelm the common grenadier. So a bit more risky there for Nicko, but at the same time, aggressive players also have their advantages. So I can understand. But anyway, we've got infantry for Tonkatsu, featuring the rifle and defensive structures, mortar half-tracks, light machine guns, time and target artillery barrages, and of course the priest. Pioneers going out on the western point there, right going towards the centre, sandbags down there, thumbs up to Tonkatsu there. Rears and laying down tank, part wire here in the east, going to open another resistance, getting off a single hit there into, I guess, someone's buttocks. Ah, goddamn! They got my buttocks! Your buttocks! Goddamn Nazis! No respect for the sanctity of the human buttocks. Well, technically we don't either. Ouch! Enough about that. Guys going in MD-42 up maneuver there. Definitely highlighting again the necessity of you having some units close to your machine gun in situations like these. So Tonkatsu is scoring even like a minor tactical win by just forcing the machine gun to retreat, because that really just removes him in the early game a significant disruptor of like his flow and maneuvering. So this is really big there for Tonkatsu. Well, not big, but again, it's something. It really just disrupts Nicko's early game and makes it happen to like just gain any like early tactical wins, because a lot of them will typically boil down to getting the machine gun into a good position and pushing back the rifle squads in the other hand. So definitely a good little win there for Tonkatsu. Pioneers moving up to on the western side. Tonkatsu is focusing more centre-east so far. Not much pressure on the west here. Listen, taking a minor loss. Rifle squad moving about there again, popping into there. Another the MD-4 just ready there. 3rd grenade squad here for Nicko. No sign of doctrine yet for him. Will of course substitute goes for. Rifle squad flanking up here. Rifle squad suppressed. They got the squad down the flank. If you were to research grenades right now, he could definitely deliver a surprise. But he's going for the lieutenant, of course. Nice pick there as well. Fast tech. Lieutenant, of course, is a strong unit, basically a rifle squad with a Thompson attached to it, which would, basically be like you can get a Grenadier squad that started with the Sturmgewehr 44, actually slightly better than that. And also has the 5th man. And of course the same as a Grenadier squad, roughly. Anyways, you get the idea. It's really good with the Lieutenant. And it's really why the Americans really have some of the most efficient tech in the game, simply because, they get free, fairly good combat units. Rifle squad charging the Grenadiers, the other squad up from around the base center supporting, focusing down the one that's closing in the fastest. Good maneuver there. If you have rifle grenades here, which he doesn't, because we're going for 4th grenade squad and take. I would suggest you to find perhaps from this angle at the rifle squad there. But there you go, he gets a wipe into Tonkatsu. This is pretty big there for Nicko. This is pretty big. Unit wipes like this is definitely something to slow down here. Tonkatsu in the early game and could allow Nicko to really force, his way through Tonkatsu's early game on top of the 4th grenadiers. That said, he will be more exposed now to light vehicles from Tonkatsu where to push it, but he's going straight for the replacement there. I think that's also very sensible here, to be honest. Also very sensible, but it is a consideration as well that, where to like rush light vehicle out here, Nicko could be perhaps in a bit of trouble. Our 3rd rifle squad, they're almost done here for Tonkatsu again. Putting him back up to full infantry squad, pushing westwards there with the lieutenant, who has suffered 1 loss. Nicko definitely should want to take up soon before Tonkatsu hits, say, a fast M20 Stuart light tank. Meaning like an M20 right now is going to be a huge problem for Nicko, because if he can't get close enough to Panzerfaust it, it could just keep, bleeding out his men. So that's definitely something there that Nicko needs to get done very fast, I think. Otherwise he risks falling into a bit of a bad tempo situation here versus Tonkatsu. Lieutenant being shot to bits with the Grenadiers. The Car-90 casing out their dirge of death. Lieutenant down to 2 men. Tonkatsu orders the retreat to get them to safety. MD4 to the center again, a bit exposed here. Again, I like aggressive MD4 2-play, but I can't help but feel that Nicko's, you know, taking that a bit into a slightly unhelpful extreme. I typically once like to supported, you know, infantry being aggressive. So I definitely, you know, thumbs up to him being aggressive. Again, I feel like he's pushing it a bit too far there twice. But there you go, finally take that on the way there. Meanwhile, I'm guessing here that, yeah, he's going to go for the Stuart light tank since he already has the fuel more or less. He just needs the manpower, at which point he can toss that at Nicko and give Nicko a bad idea. Oh, we get mines. We get lots of mines here as well. Thumbs up there to Tonkatsu. Very good play. This is going to be extra dangerous here for Nicko. Also worth noting, he's doing it probably on the retreat path there as well. So Nicko, of course, doesn't realise there's actually a good chance of getting a wipe here. Beautiful. He does finish it up here. Very good. So now, yeah, ooh, there's a good chance of a wipe here, I think, on the mines. And then again, oh, his own man could be wiped down as well here. There we go. Oh, not wipe, but they could take some losses. They're stuck in the mine. Oh dear, still, he got the Grenadier squad wiped there. But that could have gone a bit worse there for Tonkatsu as well. He could have suffered at least one more loss on that mine. But good work there with Tonkatsu. That was some really swift and sharp thinking there. And definitely, I think, blindsided Nicko, because the average USF player rarely if ever lays down mines, even if they have access to it. So that was definitely very dangerous. We'll have to see how Nicko responds. In fact, he's got flamethrowers out now, so Tonkatsu could technically just keep laying down mines. And he, you know, he'd be forced to go for another Pioneer squad much faster, go for minesweepers just to deal with that. Oh, great hit on the Grenadiers from the Stuart light tank as well. Really some devastating blows there to Nicko. He's going to have to go for the Pack 40 there. Schnell. That's when that's going on there. Imagine losing some light machines all here for Tonkatsu, increasing the firepower of his infantry significantly. No? Really? Wow. Go figure. But there you go. Pack 40 telemines here from Nicko. He too can lay down mines for Deutschland. Got the punt up economic fear going on here for Nicko. Still being useful to see. We got 3 kills as named so far. Pioneers caught out in the open. Pack 40 almost done here. Ambulance there for Tonkatsu. He's just laying down sandbags. But not much else. Sending a light machine guns. I'm a bit surprised at that one. You know, typically when you see someone go for infantry, you know, they're going in part because they want those light machine guns in infantry. So I'm a bit surprised we're not seeing a single one here from Tonkatsu. Not even a single light machine gun. Gunners in from the Stuart, gunners in from the north. Got Lieutenant there fighting again once more the Western Fuel Pot. Pack 40 is fan ready here for Nicko. Probably may want to take up here soon actually get ready for armor here versus Tonkatsu. In particular on our map like Crossroads, which has more points on average, being there's actually more resources available for those who get good map control. This could allow further Nicko to like rush out, say in Ostland here versus Tonkatsu. Could theoretically calls himself try and rush out in medium armor. Okay, we got the mortar effect. On top of that, we got 2 light machine gun rifle squads out here from. Very good. Nicko, meanwhile, I'm not seeing any upgrades for the Grenadiers. He's going for. Oh, there we go. Both squads have been upgraded. Good, thumbs up. Going for a 4th Grenadier squad. I would personally at this point suggest some Panzer Grenadier, but then I'm a big fan of those. Also, still no doctrine here from Nicko. Oh, we got the M21 mortar effect out there for Tonkatsu and the 1st Armoured Division. Nice bit of self-propelled artillery, unless you're the one on the receiving end. Some more telemines here and there, of course, down the road will also be a great idea there for Nicko. The more the better. Though we do already have minesweepers out here for Tonkatsu. The rifle got being suppressed. Stuart running up there. Pack opening up. Shoots and whiffs on the Stuart. Modifies one name before 2 fighting for to get back here. Pack 4 landing for the 2nd shot. There we go. Hits the Stuart light tank, giving the crew a bit of a well jolt there. And possibly causing scalding hot coffee to spill over the radio operator. Oh god, hot! Hot! I told you not to drink coffee while we're fighting combat. But I need my coffee. Otherwise, I can't function as a human being. God damn it, that excuse again. Shut up and grow up. Let's go on lesson point here. Ralph's got the reinforcing. Has he actually set up the ambulance? Yes, he has. Pushing this into their pack being caught here. Ralph's got up in the comfort of the and with that light machine guns. Holding up the position as well. Lieutenant under fire got light machine guns as well. Thumbs up there. Flamethrowers against Ralph's caught. They're swooping westwards. Nicko really is not, I think, a strong position yet to just take out and push out some fast medium armor here. Osprey on Panther 4 right and be great. I mean, he's actually been able to, I think, somewhat consistently harass Cheese Tonkatsu fuel plus again, just securing these extra points. I mean, does mean he gets actually better fuel control here, so I'm a bit surprised here that Nicko is not pushing his advantage right now with just like, fast Flak Panther or fast Panther 4. As I think both of those really do him a lot of good, in particular since Cheese Tonkatsu did go for the mortar tactic, which while not super expensive fuel, is still fuel that isn't going towards like, medium armor. So Nicko, I definitely think needs to just, press that tech button and get that support quite snell. Still going west, we'll see for Cheese Tonkatsu. MD42 there for Nicko. Back here, troops reinforcing. We got the MD42 number 2 here from as well. Very good, but I'd really like to see some tech here. I would really love to see some tech here from Nicko. I'm actually, in fact, thoroughly surprised that he's not still having teched up. I mean, he's, again, like you said, such good map control here on Crossroads. A map again that can just allow to snowball into medium armor fast, and he's just not pushing that advantage. I do find that one a bit disappointing. And it does mean Cheese Tonkatsu has more room, I think, to recover and turn the game around, possibly here versus Nicko. I mean, he's still in a great position. It's just he's not quite pushing the advantage as much as he can. He's not exploiting it to its fullest German extent. Troops enforcing healing. There we go. Medics at the ready. Still no Dr. Nada from Nicko. I hope he's not stalling for a target. He's already planning that because I feel like that would be a bit overly ambitious.
Our lines of supply are disrupted.
And before setting up there. Pack shooting there, home to get this. Oh, actually got the mortar. That's actually quite good hit, but there you go. 6 kills the mortar attack already. Second shot there. Kind of close actually. Ralph Gordon going for the pack 40. Great push there by Cheese Tonkatsu, catching their Nicko a bit off guard. Westbrook's got the M42 backing up. They can lead score kinda. M40 up the troops advancing. Ooh, smokes them down as well there. Good play. Thumbs up to Cheese Tonkatsu. Good play. Pack wipe. This is really getting dangerous, in particular since again he has been tagged up. He hasn't brought in like any other potential like armor ready there. So, and the M40 got wiped here. Now Nicko's going to definitely find it himself with a much tougher time if Cheese Tonkatsu is able to get to the weapons in his hand. Got Hamish going to trying to keep the weapons out of the American territory. But there you go. Captain's on the point already. We got Gunners tank on the other side. Captain Ralph caught out in the open. Pack 4 also under 30 here. More tough tech being flanked here by Pioneers. Not by Grenadiers with the Panther Fires. There you go. Didn't get the Pack 40, but still getting the MD42 is a pretty damn good grab there for Cheese Tonkatsu in the 1st Armored Division. That means he's got heavy firepower of that degree now here versus Nicko and the Germans. Nicko finally taking out, but definitely could have that going sooner. And again, I'm fairly confident he would have, easily a Panther 4 up by now. Or an Osprey unit faster. So yeah. Not fully optimized that play, I'd say, by Nicko. Not fully optimized. Entertain flop for Cheese Tonkatsu again. He is aware of the resource flow. He is probably more aware of what Nicko can do than Nicko can. And so they're getting the anti-tank and ready in case Nicko actually were to rush out some medium armor. So thumbs up to Cheese Tonkatsu. It's just faulty for Cheese Tonkatsu in the sense that Nicko is not quite that far ahead. 10 them being shot to bits. Gunners on the west side. Ground western fuel on the heavy machine gun team. Telemine dealt with. Listen close to being wiped out. Getting the weapon should be helpful there for Nicko. Getting rid of a unit that can repair stuff, but also, of course, the minesweeper team. But no, they actually get away. That's pretty lucky there for Cheese Tonkatsu. And the west side machine there was the Ralph squad. Keeping those occupied. Now they're hitting the Stuart there, pushing down to a sliver of health and leaving it barely operable. So it's got the tag up. Definitely got that support up. Schnell. Mortifying the Pack 40. West side here, machine gun, they're being overwhelmed by sheer numbers of infantry. At this point, Cheese Tonkatsu in fact has 5 infantry squads in the field there, backed up by a machine gun. Mortar team that's self-propelled. Of course, he's also has the Stuart light tank. So he's got a quite good force composition. Meanwhile, Nicko doesn't like having any armor or vehicles. He's got only 1 machine gun. He has no artillery, so he is actually a bit short-handed. Then he's not pushing fast for his armor either. So Definitely some inefficiencies, I would say, there at the moment. Ooh, heavy mortar bombs there. Close call there for Nicko's Pioneer crew there. Nice use of the ability there. 2 thumbs up to Cheese Tonkatsu. It's a, I'd say, fairly overlooked ability. It can get quite devastating when used correctly.
The enemy is attempting to steal our
Close
sector.
victory in the Stuart Light Tank. Ground Western Point, Western Fuel Point. Nicko really needs to build that Supremo Corps. He needs to retreat those pioneers to do it. At this point, he actually risks getting them wiped. There we go. At least he realizes he could probably get them wiped. Which would obviously be pretty bad. The west side here, counterattacked by Nicko. It's encountering severe resistance. Didn't defend this enough and lay down sufficient mines. And again, lacking any armor. It's become much tougher here for Nicko to actually rout Cheese Tonkatsu from the cemetery. He's dug in there with a lot of sandbags, heavy cover in general. We got the heavy machine gun this time from another flank's good, but you know, the lack of artillery makes this a bit tougher. Finally, Supremo Corps there for Nicko. Thumbs up, but definitely cut this ground. I mean, he's technically got the fuel for like 2 Panther 4s at this point. Obviously, the manpower, of course, isn't quite there, but you know, if you first got 1 Panther 4 out, honestly, the fuel manpower for the second one would be, I think, much easier to materialize. So, you know, bit of a critique there. Some room for improvement. Stood following way there. 15 kills, virtually 2. Very good pressure there. Cheese Tonkatsu is just going to town here on Nicko. Captain suppressed, pack 40 million yen. Second entering low for Cheese Tonkatsu. Really concerned about Nicko's armor. He is taking no chances. He's yet to take out himself for armor, though at this point he could get away with it. By the way, Supremo Corps is up, and again, pretty much plenty of fuel. 2 Panther 4s. Almost 3 Stoogs, actually. And close to 3 Austrians as well. But not quite as close as 3 Stoogs. Fuel-wise for this. Manpower-wise, obviously, there's a bit more to it. But, you know. Just wanted to point that out. Anyways, pack following up, the grenades backing up. Reclaim the cemetery, but now Cheese Tonkatsu has a much firmer control of the map there. Much stronger hold, and again, much stronger force composition. Whereas again, Nicko, I feel like, again, link it to long range, you know, tier 2 terrain. We probably should just push ahead and risk, you know, a bit of initial pressure from his opponent, but, you know, pushed out the tanks faster before Cheese Tonkatsu could really prepare for them. Whereas by now, Cheese Tonkatsu is ready with 2 M1 anti-tank guns. There's a bit of trouble here. We got more tough tech flying away. We got 7 kills on it. White phosphorus. Oh my. Pioneers needs to retreat. Panther 4 slowly getting ready. Cheese Tonkatsu is still not taking out. I've got on the west side, going to need heavy cover. They're going to need more support there. Plus, of course, there's the potential of more tough tech to flash them up further. Smoke screen. Oh my. Thumbs up there to Cheese Tonkatsu. Very good there. Very good. Smoke screen to support the attack. Assuming there's a heavy machine gun team, at least I'm saying otherwise uncomfortable. Very good. Definitely makes it harder for Nicko to form up any effective defense. They're going to basically have to get out of position to respond to this. It's very good there, very good. Using the Captain's on me ability, very good as well, though Brass getting pushed down a bit here, and we got a rifle north there, causing further casualties in the east here. Slowly pushing back Cheese Tonkatsu, and we finally got the Panther fight here for Nicko. Finally. Still no doctrine though from Nicko, and I'm still getting the sensation he's somehow trying to stall for a Tiger tank. Still getting that sensation, which of course may be why he tried to, you know, take up slowly, but I would say that was way too early to try and stall for a Tiger tank. That's like, you know, on the very first date, you've already got like, you know, marriage and kids planned out, and your girl's like, you know, what's wrong with you? Sort of the same here, like, you know, you're a bit ahead, great, but you know, you gotta get the in-between steps up there before you're trying to push for the Tiger tank. There we go, double anti-tank ready here, opening up the Panther 4. First shot whiffed, second shot did not whiff, went straight through. Northwestern fuel being grabbed again. Yeah, definitely starting to get the sensation that Nicko is really trying for a Tiger stall here. Again, I could easily be proven wrong here. In a few moments, he just goes for another Panther 4. We shall, of course, see, and the dust one for the Tiger tank. You know, of course, still needs the third battle phase here and a doctrine, but considering we haven't seen like any doctrine at this point, I mean, you know, does freak a bit more of, you know, Tiger stall. Although that said, you know, there's the Americans lightning bolt with the Jaeger lightning field upgrades actually quite good as the Americans in my personal opinion. So even then, like, you know, he could have done a bit more with that. But anyways, in towards the Captain in the west. Machine gun here, anti-tank holding out. Lost for flying away there.
We're losing a capture point.
Pioneers around the captain. Raft going with the Major in the west here. And Pioneers falling back. Heavy machine team ready. Could try and pop the incendiary RPs around to stop the assault. No, he goes for Blitzkrieg. Really? Is that a misclick, or am I just missing something? Like, it really just felt like a Tiger Storm. At least I suppose he's not going for a Tiger Storm, but then I really just don't get why he's just letting choosing a Doctrine. Ooh, Panther taking hit from the artillery. That definitely feels a bit awkward. He's clearly not going for the command tank, so what is Nicko planning here? What is the grand plan? I do not know. First we see the initial attack with the Sword Light Tank, 17 kills versus 2. So here Gunners versus a machine gunner potentially. Panther being fixed up, another Panther there for Nicko. At least he's not trying to go for tier 4 here. I'm guessing he's going for it simply for the Panther Tactician, then again maybe the command tank as well. Gunners got wiped there, bit of a blow there to Nicko. Got a hit in the Steward. Ground Eastern Point. Although he could have gone for Spearhead again as well, I guess. I don't know. Then he could also have a mortar half take out, which, you know, could provide some support, but I'm guessing he wants that command tank as well here to make him a bit more durable. Plus, of course, it has good anti-infantry performance, which definitely would do some good here for Nicko against all of Tonkatsu's infantry. Again, like, he's got 5 infantry squads, 4 of them quick light machines, 1 with the BAR, and probably also the light machine. No, he hasn't actually. But here's the thing, you can actually upgrade a unit with a light machine gun and a BAR if you want to. While there's only a hard limit of 1 light machine gun per team, you can still add a BAR if you want to. So you could, you know, technically do that. That would be a lot of firepower then on that. But still, a lot of firepower down his infantry, plus again just overall more infantry, so anti-infantry is going to be quite necessary here for Nicko. Which is again where like a mortar could also be a bit handy. Mortar after the 9 kills, and we got more white phosphorus, disrupts everything there for Nicko. Really like, because even like it doesn't do immediate damage, it still has like this AoE, you know, burn effect. And it's smoke as well, so it's just really disruptive. Trying to hit it with a Panther 4, not shabby. Of course, need to be mindful of his opponent's anti-tank guns. Particularly when there's 2 of them, because again, the M1 anti-tank guns have a much higher rate of fire than, say, the PaK 40. So if you can stick around a medium tank for him like a bit too long, it can quickly go down to them. So what is Nicko's plan? Another Panther 4 regular command tank? Oh, he's going for the regular Panther 4. Okay, at least. Okay. Again, command tank could argue set to work here, but certainly another regular Panther 4 is not a bad idea either. Tonkatsu, you can go for Panther Sherman, go for the Jackson. You can even like go for Scots. I think Scots would be a bit weird. Probably recommend Shermans, to be honest. Fresh push into the cemetery being lined up, setting up the assault zone there. Very good. We do get the Jackson tanks right here for Tonkatsu. Bit of high-powered, long-range firepower there against the Kratz Panzers. Panther still light tank here, punching straight through the side armor, damaging the engine. Captain wrapping the gunners in the west, using the army ability again. Thumbs up to Tonkatsu, very consistent use of abilities there. Not so much mining here in the late game. Definitely something you might want to work on if possible. He doesn't have to, but I think it definitely turns well in some engagements here. But there you go, Triple Panther 4 is definitely a lot of firepower there for Nicko, though I still would like to see a mortar. There's some light artillery support there to provide some smoke screens against the anti-tank guns, would make it a bit harder here for Tonkatsu to use them freely versus Nicko. There you go, opening up the Panther 4 white phosphorus machine gun, anti-tank rifling it off there, damaging the engine. Panther 4 starting on the west here, push back the rifle squads. Jackson almost done it for Tonkatsu. There we go. Panther 4 need repairs. Westwards there. Rifle squad being hunted down by the Panther 4. Captain also pushed back. Could technically rate the base take out Megan. You can see here, he immediately pops out the medics just in case of that. Or could technically lose the medics still to the AoE damage, but there you go. Pop goes the Weasel. Panther engaged the anti-tank and right in front of the rifle squad, the anti-tank rifle needs possibly. Jackson has the Panther 4 as well there. Situation getting a bit dicey here for Nicko. Needs more support now, but it's caught by the other anti-tank gun. Oh dear, this is getting a bit messy. Infantry support is not there either. Definitely a mistake. He could actually use tactical move to get the infantry there fast. Bit awkward he isn't. Maybe again there's just too much going on. He's not used the Doctrine a lot there. Almost getting the Steward here, but yeah, it is too slow there I think and a bit awkwardly handled. great kill there for Tonkatsu, and definitely leaves Nicko in a more exposed position. And then his real major advantage at the moment is just when 3 Panther 4s is now gone. I mean, he doesn't quite as much aggressive concentrated firepower. And then he split the map, so he didn't have that concentrated firepower when he had it. As Guderian always likes to say, you strike with a fist, not an open hand. Seeing him there, I think, being destroyed here, possibly by Tonkatsu, denying it to the Germans. Yep. Even Nicko's trying to destroy. I mean, no one's getting that MD-42. No one. Pack for the shot this lieutenant. Panther moving up, machine setting up there as well. Being caught out in it. Cap being shot to bits. Reinforcing healing. Panther moving forwards. Got the Jackson on the westwards here. Nice shot on the Panther damaged engine though. And we of course got the anti-tank guns. More traffic to provide just an excellent source of disruption. Heavy mortar bombs to the timers on the MD-42 in the nearby building as well there. Panther about to get knocked out here. There we go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 kaput. Nicko is just being demolished. He's about to lose his Panther. We do get the Panzer situation, but the Jacks just finished off in that. Nicko's down just 3 infantry squads, a Pioneer and MD-42 versus opponent who he actually managed to destroy 2 rifle squads, which is actually quite good, but he still has the lieutenant, the captain, he still has anti-tank guns, he still has the mortar half tank, still has the steward, so there's still a lot there in the way for Nicko to turn this around. I'm seeing the mortar half tank right now might in fact in some ways be the biggest issue right there. Close to the east on that one actually, very good, thumbs up. Almost got the heavy machine gun team there. Pack cleared out. At which point United has no way of dealing with the ace. Dubis has gotten 23 kills here. And that still has just been a great investment here for Tonkatsu versus Nicko, and absolutely just a home run. Panther 4 mode for Nicko. Building shattered. Then he was routed. Lieutenant just going to town, and the Germans got 23 kills in the rifle squad, backing it all up. Pack crew exterminated and exsanguinated. Panther 4 halfway done there for Nicko. But right now, Tonkatsu looks very much ascendant at this point. He's the one who could just, start churning out medium tanks, and Nicko would be, well, ill-disposed towards really dealing with it. Fairly ill-disposed. Panther 4 almost done. In particular, since Tonkatsu's 2 anti-tank guns and the Jackson dealing with that Panther 4. Meanwhile, Nicko's got a bunch of infantry to support it. So there we go. Also Sherman's now. The match is being, I think, steadily heavily skewed in favour of Tonkatsu. At this point, Nicko's best bet is to somehow catch from the studio close air support and destroy him. But yeah, Nicko seems to have just realised this match is going nowhere for him, and GG game over. So there you go. I mean, Nicko had a really good early game. He just wasn't fully able to exploit it. But also too, failed, I think, to transition fast enough into the Wehrmacht's advantage, which is typically like the fast tier 3, the faster armor core. This is also another reason why I feel like just trying to stall for tier 4 is also a bad idea, because your strength is really just getting that support core on fast and getting out some medium armor fairly fast. So whatever he was planning there completely failed for him, and he just ended up then going for a lot of Panther Force. But by that point, the initiative, the advantage had been lost, and tactically he just kind of kept repeating the same things, hoping his opponent made a mistake. And Tonkatsu was just clearly on top of things here. I mean, really, also just a lot of great plays from Tonkatsu. The mining on the rears, good usabilities, more after all that. He just, was, I think, in many ways ahead. But then and Nicko, basically, by not pushing for those first Panther Force or Ostwind, I think, kind of shut himself out of the match by accident. Forgetting to bring the key with you, and it turns out your door has got one of those automatic locks, and you're just like, oh, balls. And that's basically what happened here for Nicko. He forgot the keys, and the automatic lock shot him basically out of the game. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links, and cheers. Thank you for watching. Until tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.